And then you come in here.
I'm so excited because we're talking about mental health awareness. First of all, I want to give you all the key points that we found out about the month of May. Month of May is so important. There's a million things going on that we need to be aware of in the month of May. So we are going to talk about mental health awareness today, but the month of May also represents stroke. Hello, stroke survivor over here. Lupus.
Yeah.
We have, there's so many things. So before I even get touch base on mental health awareness, I'm going to give you some key points. So in May, there's so many, let me see where to start. There's so many great things about the month of May. Was named for the Greek word Maya, which means fertility. So we are going to talk about women's health in one of these weeks of this month. We're going to talk about what also the month of May focuses on smiling. Did you know that the month of May tells us to focus on smiling? That's such a great thing when we're talking about mental health awareness. So mental health awareness. So that's going to take us to, as you guys were already talking about, loneliness and how we being. They want us to notify the world about the loneliness pandemic that's happening right now. So mental health awareness, guys, this is so important because that affects our lifestyle with everything, our health, our wellness, our whole being. Last week, we were just talking about whole being wellness, just the holistic lifestyle. Mental health awareness is so much more important in the fact that comes from depression. It's about how you're feeling, to something that happened yesterday or something that happened first thing this morning could determine how you're going to feel the rest of the day. But we need to finally understand how to tap into our inner emotions. So therefore, we don't allow the world to control what we're feeling throughout the day. Because mental health awareness goes in so many different ways. And I'm going to throw it to you, Bijou, because I gave you your notes today. So look at our mental health awareness.
Wow.
I gave
you did.
I gave her notes today. So let's talk about this mental health month right here at the top. I'm going to let Bijou take over.
All right. So this is challenging yourself to examine the world and how it affects your overall health. Also, it includes your emotional, physiological, social well-being, how you think, you feel, and you act. And there's different types of mental health problems, all right? So there's anger, which can go anxiety and panic attacks, bipolar disorder, depression, just to name a few, and more than 50 million Americans struggle with mental illness, and 1 in 5 young people 13 to 18 has or will develop a mental illness in their lifetime.
All of that being said, guys, y'all need to pay attention to when we're telling you to get your life together holistically. How I'm always talking about this health, watching the things that we put into our body, watching how we get up and exercise, and how we appreciate our bodies. We appreciate our material and worldly things more than we treat our body. Like we need to change that aspect of how we're doing things. Our mental health is, if you're mentally messed up, how can you control yourself to go and value something like your Prada bag or your cell phone, but you leave your body just doing whatever? You feed your body whatever. Like we need to look at this as a whole picture. Like your neighbor. How you expect your neighbor to love you if you don't love yourself? How you expect the person in the vehicle next to you to respect you while you're driving? All of these things is a part of mental health awareness. And at the same time, when I want to look, even though we're not talking about stroke awareness today, looking at stroke awareness, mental health affects our emotions, everything. When I talk about stroke next week, we'll get into more details. A stroke survivor and a stroke person that goes through that, they lose all types from emotion, your social skills, all of these things when you have a brain dysfunction. So all of these things for a person, you don't have to be a stroke survivor to have to go through this. You could be a normal person that wakes up one day and say, hey, I got too much stress on me. Now it clicks something in your brain that makes you look at the world and makes you look at everything else in a different type of matter. So that being said, I want us to pay attention to our neighbors, pay attention to your siblings, your friends. People are going through so many things and they don't know how to express it. They don't know how to talk about it. So we need to be more aware of our surroundings so we can help those people that are going through these things.
I know exactly what y'all. I see people like that. It's good to check on folks.
Yeah. It is.
Leave yourself, man. And it's like you were saying, it's like a close-in type situation.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so I've learned how to do panic attacks that I would have. You know, I would literally like get out my car and just stand there to like breathe.
I was saying breathe, huh?
Try to like, you know, panic attack, it feel like you're about to die.
Wow.
Some of them.
Wow.
But until, you know, but there's herbal stuff. Thank you.
Yes, there's herbal things.
I don't know how to pronounce this one, but I think this one, I'll show you. What is that one?
Well, let me see. Ashwagandha. Listen, you ain't even got to tell me because that's one of my number one. Ashwagandha. I'm telling you, if y'all don't want to take the pills, there's powder forms, and I drink ashwagandha tea on a regular basis. There are different teas. You don't have. And it's funny, I gave one of my clients, I gave them a tea. They were like, oh, this is so disgusting because I gave her the pure ashwagandha. But they have ashwagandha that's mixed with different flavors that you can have. So if you don't like that, or if you have a tea that is a pure ashwagandha, you can add some different flavors.
Really?
And because it relaxes the mind, your body, and your brain. So it relaxes the body. So
I stopped over the years. But
ashwagandha, that's what we go to. If you talk about mental health and wellness, y'all, get y'all some ashwagandha. You can buy some ashwagandha tea. You can buy it in powder form, peel form, and liquid forms these days. But that is what, so we're going to leave y'all with that. Get some ashwagandha.
I like that better than weed.
Yeah, and look it up. Make sure you don't have any side effects.
I don't have no problem against my weed. So I'm gonna say, we gonna say so.
It's medicinal now.
Exactly. Have your ashwagandha and your medicinal purposes. So they both gonna help you out. It's gonna help you relax your mind and brain. It's gonna do all that good stuff. So again, we're gonna end with that. But also, we talked about anxiety. Did you mention bipolar?
Yeah, there's a lot of different.
And body. That's what I wanted to say before we got here. Body dysmorphia.
What is that?
People don't understand body dysmorphia. How you talk about, oh my gosh, I'm so fat, I'm so ugly, I'm so this, and then because I do health and holistic wellness, okay, it's a good thing to acknowledge those things, but you cannot beat yourself up about that. So I say acknowledge it so you can do something about it. So body dysmorphia, you're acknowledging it, but you're not really acknowledging it because you're not doing anything to help yourself.
You're just kind of beating yourself
You're
up.
beating yourself up. So beating yourself up is not a good thing. So yes, that's body dysmorphia. And then you have to face all these things. So that right there is a part of mental health and wellness.
Okay.
So we want you to pay more attention to those things. We got, you did say depression, eating problems, that goes back to what eating problems. So again, paying attention to treating your body better than you would treat your personal items or your material things that you have in your hand. So in honor of that, y'all, check on your people, check on your friends, and be more polite to people because you don't know what they're going through, okay?
You don't know. All right. We got more coming up, y'all. ZAK.